In Thailand, an oily beach, evacuations, and fears the black sludge could reach the mainland. The oil has already hit the island of Koh Samet. You're looking at how the spill has spread over the past few days. PTT Global Chemicals says 50,000 liters of crude leaked from an offshore pipeline over the weekend. We're going to go now live to Andrew Stevens, live at Koh Samet. What is the latest, Andrew?
Well, the the clean-up crews, Patricia, are working around the clock to clean up the spill. Where I'm standing now is the impact zone, if you like, the worst affected beach on this island. And we got in quite late last night. Crews were down there cleaning up. There is a very thick, black, oily sludge. There are probably 20 or 30 big vats of crude oil now on the beach, waiting to be collected. This stuff has been taken out of the water. The good news, if there is any good news out of this, is that the clean-up crews estimated, in fact, PTT, who's in charge of the clean-up, they are the people who's accepted responsibility for the spill in the first place, they say they've probably cleaned about 70% of that 50,000 litre spill, 30% still to go. They think they should be able to clean it up by Saturday at the very latest. As I said, working around the clock. It's interesting, this beach, it's a beautiful beach. Most of the oil seems to be concentrated in half of the beach. I was walking along it early this morning. It's still only about 5 o'clock here. There is a thin sheen of oil along the rest of the sandy beach, but one end it does seem to be concentrated. But so far, we have heard this is really the only beach on this island that has been heavily impacted. Other more popular beaches, a little bit further south from where I am, are still unscathed at the moment, but as I said, there's still some oil in the water around this island.
So, Andrew, we had been hearing that the size of the spill could have been underestimated. Are we hearing anything more on that?
Yes, there has been quite a lot of talk locally about whether, in fact, this spill is actually much bigger, and the PTT has not been telling the full extent of what's been going on. This has been coming from academics who have been looking at the spill from satellite photos. One estimate is that the spill could have been as high as 100,000 litres, double the size, the official number coming from PTT. I spoke to PTT yesterday. I put it to them that could this spill in fact have been bigger, and they say that no, they are very confident, measuring the flow of the spill from the pipeline. What happened, what we understand to have happened, is that a tanker was offloading crude about 20 kilometres or so out to sea. It was using a thick rubber hose to take the oil from the tanker to a pipeline on the seabed. Somewhere on that rubber hose there was the leak. They say it's still 50,000 litres. Very hard to say whether that's absolutely accurate or not, as it is very hard to say whether it could be double that size. But we'll really have to wait and see. If you look at a satellite picture, authorities will tell you it actually looks worse than it is, because the satellite pictures don't really differentiate between the heavier deposits of oil in the sea and just the lighter sheen. It all looks like one large black stain at the moment. So the PTT is saying, no, we are sticking by 50,000 litres, which is obviously still significant.